All right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled The Babylonian Nature of Black Women. All right. It's going to be entitled The Babylonian Nature of Black Women. Now, I got aspired to do this lesson because of this video right here that I'm getting ready to show you all. But first and foremost, I really got inspired to do this lesson because of this picture right here. But I ain't want to start the video off with with this picture just straight up in the screen right off the rip. you know what I'm saying? Because you can see what's going on or whatever. But I really got inspired to do this lesson because of this picture right here, all right? So this was on X, all right? And as you can see in the caption, it says, everything I know about Black American women is limited to fights, twerking, and pornography, all right? Then it says, for some reason, this only happens in America. Why, all right? And this is pretty much a video with two black females, all right? They over here in Walmart or whatever the case may be, and they duking it out. You know, it's so many videos like that, man. So many videos of just these black females just going in, being loud, fighting, just doing all kind of stuff, man. All right. And this is exactly the vibration that is pushed on these black women. All right. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, starting with the apostles on down, they told us to stay away from them, man, because they are the worst out of all of the women. All right. They are, you know, and we have to say it like that. This is why they say, you know, get one of these women from the heathen nations or get one of the women from the northern kingdom. All right. Get one of the Hispanics or the Indians. All right. Because other than that, these southern kingdom women, they out of order, man. They're straight up out of order. I mean, you even got, you know, she look like a light skinned female. All right. And even she sees it. She like, everything I know about Black American women is limited to fights, twerking, and pornography. When you think about them as a whole, that is what you think about. You really don't think about them being successful or being an actual woman, being feminine, none of that. You don't think about that at all, all right? And then this video right here, because after I came across, you know, this, then I came across this video. And this is what it says right here. It says, I'm not even surprised that it's a black female. Shaking my head, all right? And pretty much within this video, she's going to talk about how she, you know, she doesn't respect black men or whatever because the majority of them didn't vote for Kamala, so forth and so on, all right? And she pretty much is like, they could just, you know, kick rocks and die, all of that, you know, goofy shit. But at the end of the day, this is written in the scriptures, man. This is written in the scriptures that they were going to be our enemies, you know, because we're under the curses, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and then we're going to grab a few scriptures.
I don't give a fuck what happens to any black man on this app, including being shot in the neck by a white man who has still not been arrested. I don't care, because these are the same men that said that they're not going to vote for a black woman.
That's why God can't trust a woman to lead nothing. You see how illogical that is? That's why the woman cannot be trusted to lead, because her emotions gets in the way of rationale. She'll burn this motherfucker down out of spite and regret it once it's burned down. That's why she gotta nurture. She can't come out front and dictate and analyze and give instructions. She gotta nurture. Because when her emotions get involved, homie, her logic goes out the window. She's loyal to her emotions. She's not loyal to what's right. She's not loyal to her man. She's not loyal to her children. She's loyal to her emotions. Because when mama don't feel like it and mama tired, mama tell you go sit your ass down somewhere. Well, I'm not having it today. She's loyal to her emotions. She will sit with motherhood aside till she got her emotions. And that shouldn't be the case.
You know, and what he said was true. But, you know, you heard her. Listen to it again.
Fuck what happens to any black man on this app, including being shot in the neck by a white man who has still not been arrested. I don't care, because these are the same men that said that they're not going to vote for a black woman.
That's why God can't trust.
So she pretty much is like I said, she was like, man, all of y'all could just straight up die just for the simple fact that they didn't vote for Kamala Harris. Just for the simple fact that they didn't vote for Kamala Harris, she was like, all of y'all can perish. Y'all can go ahead and not exist in this earth just for the simple fact that they didn't put that vote in for that non-black woman, all right? And that's another thing, you know, a lot of them don't do research. Everybody knows by now, everybody should know that Kamala Harris is not a so-called black woman, all right? She is a tear. I don't even want to say a tear, man. She's a heathen, all right? She is a heathen, all right? She may look like a so-called black woman, but when you start analyzing her, with videos with her coming out, with her dancing, the way she speaks and everything, you can tell that's not Israel right there, man. That's not Jake right there, all right? She's a heathen, all right? And like I said, she pretty much is just like, look, she don't care if, cops shoot you down in the street or you get stabbed in the neck or whatever. She'll be happy if that happens, and she doesn't care what happens to you just for the simple fact that you didn't put a vote in. So this is what comes from these so-called black women, all right? You get them, being your enemy, all right? They don't like you. They hate you. They don't want you to exist, all right? And then you get this. Everything I know about black American women is limited to fights, twerking, and pornography. It's wild out here, man. It's wild out here. For some reason, this only happens in America. Why? Because Esau pushes this, all right? Esau pushes this vibration on our people, through music, through movies, through the so-called feminist act, this freedom that he's giving these women. And the scriptures tell you not to allow a woman to gad abroad. A woman's supposed to be in the house. That's the reality of it, man. A lot of them don't want to hear that because they're just like, oh, so what are we going to do? We just supposed to be bored and just pretty much just be attentive to you and just take care of the house. Yeah, that's what the scriptures say. All right, and a lot of them are hypocrites when it comes to actually, following what the scriptures say or following what God says. All right, they say that they believe in the Most High, but they don't do anything that he tells them to do because they look at the word as being boring. All right, when you tell them like, yeah, you gotta cover up, you gotta wear dresses, you gotta take care of the house, you gotta take care of the children. Yeah, you're supposed to be submissive and obedient to your husband. You're supposed to stay in the house, so forth and so on. If you want to have some type of fun, you get up with your sisters, your sister wives. Another thing that they don't want to hear, that a man can have multiple women. You can get up with them, you can hang out with them or whatever, but that's it. They don't want to hear that because it limits them to their so-called freedom. And Esau knew that. That's why he was like, you know what? No, we're going to give them rights. We're going to give them this quote unquote freedom. We're going to let them do whatever they want to do. And look what happens, man. Look at what's going on today. It's a big mess, man. It's a big mess. So we're going to start off with Micah chapter 7, verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets, all right? Because a lot of these women definitely mock and scoff when it comes to the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right? We tell them certain things that the scriptures say, and they'll mock at it. They'll make fun of it. And when you get into a crazy situation, they will say things like this. They'll be like, where's your God? How come he's not helping you? How come he's putting you in this situation? Because they don't understand the whole complete story of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. They don't understand his ways. They don't understand that he works on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. You can't tell them that he does evil and good because they only grew up to only believe that God only does good. But that's not the case. All right. But at the end of the day, just like that female in the video who said we all can just drop down and die. She is an enemy. She is an enemy. All right. When you tell somebody something like that, that means you hate them. You don't want to be around them and you wish nothing but the worst things. It's like Dave Chappelle said in that one skit where he was being the pimp or whatever. He was like, I wish nothing but the bad things happen to you and only you. That's her. That's why it says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets. This is what's going to happen to the majority of these women in the future, man. When Jacob's trouble finally begins, the women like this, man, you know, like her, women like her, they not going to make it. They're not going to make it. The Most High is going to put them, women like her, in, man, very, very dangerous situations, man. And they not going to make it up out of it. They're going to be trodden down as the mire in the streets. Imagine, you know, a stampede of horses or whatever, bulls, and you just see like 1,000 of them coming your way and ain't nowhere to go. The only thing you could do is just let them run you over. That's what these women going to be like, man, when they receive that judgment. It ain't going to be no escape. There ain't going to be no escape, and the Most High is going to make sure that they feel that, man. And they're going to remember a lot of these things when they're in these situations. They're going to wish that a so-called black man was around to protect them. But guess what? The elect men are going to read those spirits, man, and they're not going to choose women like that, man. They're not going to choose women like that. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 11, start at verse 1. It says, be ye followers of me, even as I also of Salakia. It says, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach Yahushai. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushai is the Most High. And you know, and when you was hearing, I keep forgetting that dude name that played at the second half of the video, even though he pops up in a lot of videos. I always forget what his name is though. But you know, he was making some points. He was like, look, the woman can't lead because they run off emotions, all right? And you know, a woman needs to be led. They need to be led. They can't lead or instruct anything. All right, they need to be led because that's the way the Most High set it up. And there's a reason why the Most High set it up like that, man, because yeah, men do not think with emotions. Men will look at the situation and be like, okay, look, if I do this or if I do that, you know, this is going to be the outcome. A man will either want to avoid a situation or make or grow upon that situation. Either or, all right? But just like you heard him say, he was like, a woman would get into a situation and burn this motherfucker down to the ground with no spite. And then as soon as she does it, she'll realize what she did and then feel sorry about it afterwards. All right? Shoot first, ask questions last type people. That's what it is. And this is why it says the head of the woman is the man. When somebody is above you, that means you're supposed to take orders from that person. Supposed to take orders from that person. And yeah, if you're really a believer of the Most High, you wouldn't even put in a vote for Kamala Harris to be president because she's not supposed to lead. Point blank period, man. Let's get Lamentations. Let's get Lamentations chapter 4. And we're going to start at verse 1. It says, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. Who is the gold? Israelites, all right? They have become dim because gold shines. It's very bright. When you come around it, it changes the whole vibration of the room. When you even grab, there's a tiny bit of it. You just feel that energy. How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. How is that gold dim? Because we are not great people anymore, because we're not following the commandments, statutes, and laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, we have been brought low to this estate, living in Babylon, man, following these American ways. That's pretty much punishing us, it's polluting us, and it's destroying us, man. Verse 2, it says, the precious sons of Zion comparable to fine gold. See, the Israelites. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? Even the sea monsters draw out the breasts. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness, all right? The sea monsters draw out the breast. These women, they give suck to their young ones, all right? They give birth to these kids, and these kids are one of the greatest examples, or greatest experiments of children gone bad, man. Because the father is not in the house, and you already know when the father is not in the house, that pretty much just leads to disaster. Especially, like I said, nowadays. You see these young dudes out here, man, they probably like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Just like that one video where these kids is only like 8, 10 years old. They over here trying to curse out the cops and talking about, man, I wish you would do something to me. And they like 50 pounds, man. Skinny as hell, because they not eating. All right, they live in the hood. You already know that their mother's living off food stamps, so forth and so on, man. Spending all the money in all the wrong places. Looking at all of these videos and their mother teaching them to do that shit that they see in the videos. And then a lot of these mothers actually turn their children out, making them part of that alphabet lifestyle. And they're cool with that. That's why it says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in a wilderness, all right? That's a cruel act. That's something cruel to say when you literally just get on camera and post that on the internet for the whole world to see, when you literally say, man, all black men can just drop and die, man, because y'all didn't vote for Kamala Harris. Wow. All of them could shed blood, get caught by the enemy and everything because you didn't vote for Kamala Harris. And our people, you know, the daughter of our people have become cruel. You see many articles coming out about how these mothers putting kids in the oven. These mothers are killing their children in cold blood. These mothers are taking advantage with this child support. All kind of things are going on, man. The daughter of my people has become cruel. The gold has become dim. Verse 4, it says, the tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the street, empty, nowhere to go. They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills. They embrace these hoods. They embrace these ghettos. They embrace this lavish lifestyle, this ghetto lifestyle. Just like right here, man. All they know is fighting, twerking, pornography. That's all they know. That's all they know. All right. They embrace these dunghills. Even if you're not even living in the hood, Jake still embrace America, which is a dunghill. America is a piece of shit. They love this, man. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They don't have anywhere to go. They don't have no guidance. They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills. The Most High's, God's chosen people are brought down this low, man. When you look at all of our people as a whole, you just be like, damn, we have no hope. No hope. If the Most High didn't have a predestinated elect, man, we'll be through. We'll be through, man. But the Most High already knew what it was. Verse 6, it says, for the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her. All right. The punishment, the judgment that's getting ready to happen to the majority of our people, the 2/3, is going to be greater than Sodom. Of course, the main one is that nuclear destruction, because we already know that Sodom and Gomorrah was taken out by fire, and it's going to be taken out by fire again, because this is spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, because we already know that alphabet lifestyle exists, and the ones that support that lifestyle the most are these black women, man. Women support that lifestyle the most. And I know this for a fact because I knew somebody back in the day who had GAY friends, and she man, she supported them 110%, man. She was all for it. She was like, oh, she was looking at the way that these dudes was moving, and she got all happy and everything. It's like, yeah, I like this. I'm in the back of my head, I'm like, man, look at this. What the fuck is wrong with this dude, man? See, back in the day, yeah, it was different. Back in the day, man, you know, if you was living that lifestyle and you was walking down the street, you would get your ass whooped, man. That's why they said that's why the term coming out of the closet was so strong back then, because back then, man, you couldn't just do shit like that, man. If you were doing that type of shit, like I said, you would get your ass whooped, you'll get called out, all kind of shit, man. But now it's glorified. Now it's just like, go ahead, live that life. You all good. Live in that pride. I know a co-worker or a past co-worker, this dude is about what, 6'2", 6'3", or something like that. He used to pull all the females, man, all of them. There's something happened in his lifestyle. Fast forward in the future about what, 10 years. Now this dude is a woman. This dude is a woman. Because at first it tweaked me out because he was painting his nails and everything or whatever. And I was like, wait, are you, you know, that way? I was like, hold on, what happened? You used to be the player. Like, what turns you out? Literally, what turns you out? Then the next thing I know, I ain't talked to this dude for about, 3-4 years. Then I look up, this dude is a whole woman now. They got the surgery done and everything. And guess who was supporting that bullshit the most, man? Except for his mother. His mother disowned his ass, but everybody else, the majority of them, yeah, you see a lot of these so-called black women. They supported that the most. His friends supported that the most, man. And this is why, when we bring up these subjects, when it comes to these women, it's necessary because there's more of y'all than men. There's more women than men, man. And there's scriptures that literally single out women. So we got to bring it out. The scriptures tell you to bring out the whole gospel, man. So it is what it is. Let's get 2 Peter. We're going to get 2 Peter chapter 2. And then we're going to go to verse 9. And it says, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not readily accusation against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Yeah, our people are brute beasts. Brute beasts. And like I said, when you look at that so-called black woman, she is up there as the main brute beast. When you can already you can just imagine what they look like if you saw their whole body and their face, man. Look at what they wearing in public. Look at that, man. You can already tell. Look disgusting, smell nasty as hell. You just imagine it. You ain't even got to see the whole thing. You already know what it is, man. They're brute beasts. They love to brawl, love to do all that shit, man. It says in verse 13, it says, shall receive the reward of unrighteousness as they that counted pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practice, cursed children. That's exactly what we are, man. We are cursed children, having eyes full of adultery. Our people are definitely known for that, especially the woman, all right? It's on too many videos, too many articles with these females. Literally, what's the latest one? She a white girl or whatever, but she's talking about she doing a challenge where she want to sleep with 100 men in a day. And then when she did it, she felt bad about it. But then after she felt bad about it, she was like, you know what? I'm going to do another challenge. Sleep with 1,000 men in the day. Then you got videos, which is crazy as hell. 1,000 men in a day. What the fuck, man? Then you got other videos with females bragging like, yeah, I got side pieces. You know what I'm saying? This and that, so forth and so on. Adultery, man. It goes on heavy. It goes on heavy. We are cursed children, unstable souls. We have no instruction, no guidance, all right? Unless you in this truth, man. This is the only thing that's keeping us afloat are these scriptures. That's it. That's it, man. Let's get Let's get one last scripture and close it out. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 3. If you don't go to verse 22. And it says, return, ye backsliding children, and I will hear your backslidings. Behold, we come unto thee, for thou art the Lord our power. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel. For shame hath devoured the labor of our fathers from our youth, their flocks and their herds, their sons and their daughters. We lie down in our shame, and our confusion covereth us. For we have sinned against the Lord our power, we and our fathers, from our youth even until this day, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord our power. This is why we're in the condition we're in. This is why we act the way we act. This is why we behave the way we behave. This is why we speak the way we speak. This is why we're at the bottom. This is why we're no longer gold. We are dim. We are rocks now. We're stones. We're dirt. Because we have sinned against the Lord our power. All right. But the Most High said, return, ye backslided children, and I will heal your backslidings. This is the time to repent. The time to call on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and pray for forgiveness. And if you're sincere about it, the Most High will put the Holy Spirit upon you to do what's right. All right. But we already know the majority of our people are not going to do that. And we already know the majority are going to come from them. They're not going to do it. But it's our job to give the warning anyway. All right. She's not going to make it unless she repents. But this type of spirit is very difficult to change, man. It's very difficult to change. But this is one of the reasons, again, why they say stay away from that BLK female, man. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. Don't marry them. Don't get them pregnant. Don't do none of that shit, man. Get those Hispanic women. Get those women from the heathen nations. Let's deal with them, man. If you do decide to deal with one of them, I wouldn't even say that, man. Just don't deal with them, man. But you already know you may run into somebody that you may run into a so-called black woman and she may be all right. You know, you may be able to deal with her. She might not have that spirit that the majority of them has. All right. You may run into somebody that's actually okay or decent. So, you know, not all of them are like that. Only like 10% not like that. The other 90%, the other 90%, they're gone, man. They're gone. But I just want to bring that out because, like I said, it's just crazy that, you know, even their own females are calling them out and just saying like, wow, man, look at us. Like, we are pathetic pretty much. And they are. All right. But, you know, the Most High is getting ready to correct all of this very, very soon, man. All right. So I'm going to end it with that. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, Call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratzazat, I'll be back on another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.